Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Guess what? There's even more MiSTer consoles on the horizon. Well, let me present to you guys the M3 Marsupial MiSTerFPGA multi-system. Now, this is a newly formed site as far as I know. It's called Koala Koa. Now, Koala Koa is someone that I've been following over on Twitter for some time. And a while ago, I don't know if it was 6 months or a year, you know, the past just rolls into one big ball. But they said they were working on an FPGA project. Had no idea what it was until I saw some tweets earlier disclosing this information. So this is interesting, right? As we can see here, limited edition of 110 total units. So I wonder if more machines will come, right? A true plug and play MiSTer experience, right? So nothing else needed. A true plug and play MiSTer with an authentic retail experience in mind. Each kit is equipped with everything you need to get started. Simply plug in the power supply, select your preferred output cable from the options provided, power on the device, grab your controller, and you're ready to dive in. Okay, so latest hardware integration includes latest MiSTer software. I'll leave links to everything, guys, so if you want to go through it in depth yourself, go through it in depth. Latest tap 2 software, so this has a built-in NFC reader. You can tap your games and start them. So this really is like a console. Now, there are some concerns here. I don't know if I really want to call them concerns. This project, you can see, was a long time in the making, but obviously with stuff like the upcoming Taki clone, it just makes you think, is the cost of this too high in comparison? Now, the Taki clone isn't out yet. It's still nice to see stuff. I asked a few questions over on Twitter. We'll go over to Twitter shortly. We'll go over some of the stuff, but let's have a look at it here. So, featured collaborators, the MiSTer project, all the logos you can see there, Retro Gaming Cables, Retro Fighters, Tap 2 by Wizzo.dev, and then we got Artistic Pixels, Junker HQ, Neo Byte Force, Neo FD Studios, Goldlock, Pixel Wraps, Retro Frog. Okay, so quite a bit of collaboration there, right? Enjoy these awesome licensed software titles with Tap 2 right from the startup. So this is interesting, right? So they've licensed some software. So Artemius 240 Test Suite, Demons of Asterberg by NeoFid Studios. Now, I remember Demons of Asterberg. I've got it for the Switch actually, but I know it was released as a Mega Drive cart, so that's very, very interesting. Maybe even been released for the Neo Geo. And then at the bottom here, Dotty Flowers by Goldilocks, right? And then over here, we've got Cyborg Force by Neobyte Force. Right, and that's interesting. That's a recent Neo Geo title. Reminds me of Contra a little bit, right? And then over here, Astra Bros by NeoFid Studios. So it's kind of interesting, right? So you've got the MiSTer. They've made it like a console where you get a launch lineup of games. You've got some games there, and it's not just ROMs taken off, you know, the internet. It is actually licensed games from indie studios and people from within the community. And moving down here, designed in the UK, assembled by hand in the USA. Each multi-system unit has been meticulously hand assembled, updated, tested, and serialized before being shipped. This is to ensure 100% compatibility between all of the components and to assure operation when you take it out of the box. So this is, I mean, this is very, very interesting, right? So let's now head over to the Twitter page, right? So it's a big long post. I might not go through all of it, but we'll see how everything goes. So Koala Koa says, excited to share that Marsupial Solutions LLC is releasing its first product, the M3 Marsupial MiSTerFPGA multi-system. This limited edition plug and play MiSTer brings amazing open source MiSTerFPGA projects to the all-in-one box, lowering the barrier for enthusiasts. We've collaborated with top companies to deliver a polished retail-like experience deserving of the community's hard work over the years. Only 110 units available, each numbered, serialized, and signed by final inspector. Here is what is included. So Marsupial MiSTer multi-system console with DE10 Nano, equipped with copper heatsink and real-time clock with battery. Multi-system designed by Herber Limited. RTC designed by Sorge. Limited 3D printed case in console of choice. So the choices you've got is PlayStation Grey, 30 units of that, a Neo Geo AES Galaxy Black, 30 units of that, a Genesis Mega Drive Galaxy Black, again 30 units of that, and then standard V6 Jet Black with Galaxy Purple, 10 of each type. 3D printing done by Todd's Nerd Cave, so that's Todd Gill from Retro Frog, and then 5 volt Meanwhile power supply for marsupial MiSTer console. Retro Fighters called Retro Fighters Defender wireless controller. So there you go, guys. It comes with a wireless controller. Tap 2 NFC reader integrated module, snack user I/O integrated, dual band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth USB adapter. Comes with a 128GB Samsung Evo Select Micro SD memory card, 6-foot retro cables, retro gaming cables, SCART to SCART cable, HD digital video cable, mini wireless keyboard with USB adapter, USB-A to micro cable, include latest MiSTer software, open source, latest Tap 2 software by Wizzo My Fizzo, and then some licensed software that's included. I think we went over that, so I'll skip that here for now. So guys, this is really interesting. I'll leave links to all of this. So let's have a look at some of the pictures here. Guys, I'm using a touchscreen, so you can't see my cursor anywhere, right? So okay, that's the Neo Geo inspired one. That's it on the inside. And here we go, that's the one that looks like the PlayStation. So guys, this is interesting, right? So let me just close this down a second. Let's kind of go down here because I did ask some questions. Okay, another question, when is the release date? Someone actually answered that and they said right around the corner. Okay, so here we go. I asked, okay, what's the price? All units will be $649.99. Now, I would say if the Taki clone wasn't entering the market, then this would have been a very good price, because to get a fully fledged MiSTer system, right, from one of the regular vendors, you're kind of talking around $600. But for an extra $50, you get Bluetooth, you get Wi-Fi, you get a controller, you get the software. It does add a lot of value. However, with the Taki clone coming out, it remains to be seen how much of a success this will be. This is a limited quantity. Everything is serial number. There'll be a lot of quality control on there, and it's using an original DE10 Nano and not a clone. So I'm interested. I mean, share your thoughts about what you think about this. What really do you think? Is it, is it going to be successful? Is it not going to be successful? I don't know. I mean, I'm excited to see this, but I definitely feel like Taki's clone is going to prevent a lot of people that may have originally bought this or may have seen this and thought, you know what, for what we're paying here is extremely good value. But with a Taki flagship console, which is going to cost like around $250 or less, that's like the flagship one. Some of them are going to be less, right? They might be $150, they might be $200, right? So again, very interesting. I'm happy to see this. Share your thoughts about this below, guys. But it's nice to see everything that's happening in FPGA gaming. You can never have enough MiSTer. And if you want like a snazzy looking case that's a limited edition MiSTer, and you want all this stuff on there, NFC built in, yeah, you might want to check this out. So that's it, guys. Be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.